The moon of Eros 9 glowed pale blue across the colony streets, casting soft light on buildings made of metal, glass, and glowing crystals. Most humans had gone home for the night shift, and the plaza outside the learning center was nearly empty. That was when Evan Mason, a human supply runner, stopped his hover cart. He heard something. Not metal. Not machinery. Not the distant hum of drones. A sound that froze his heart. Crying. Child crying. Evan turned slowly. Behind the learning center, near the recycling bins, he heard voices, sharp, cruel voices. Eat it. You're nothing but a dirty alien. Yeah, get on the ground. Do it, or we'll smash your food printer. Evan's jaw tightened. He walked closer. Footsteps silent on the metallic ground. And then he saw them. 3 human boys, older teens, standing in a half circle around a little figure on the ground. A tiny alien girl. No older than 7 by human age. Her skin glowed faintly lavender, soft patterns running across her cheeks. Her hair shimmered silver blue, tied in small braids. Her large teal eyes were filled with tears. She knelt on her knees. In front of her, on the dirty metal floor, lay pieces of fruit and bread. The bullies pointed at it. Eat it, one boy sneered. From the ground. Like the animal you are. The little alien girl's bottom lip trembled. I don't want to. Please, stop. One boy kicked the food closer to her face. Eat. She flinched hard. Evan felt something inside him burn. He stepped forward. The hook, first 3 to 4 minutes. A human steps in. Evan spoke loudly, voice sharp as metal. Hey. The bullies spun around. The smallest boy muttered, crap. It's an adult. The tallest one frowned. Mind your business. Evan stepped between them and the little girl. What are you doing to her? She's an alien, one boy snapped. She doesn't belong in our school. She eats weird stuff anyway. She should learn her place. The little alien girl shook her head quickly. They took my food. Please. I didn't do anything. Her voice broke. She covered her small face with shaking hands. Evan clenched his fist. Give me the food printer. We're not giving. Evan stepped closer. His eyes cold. His voice dangerous, I said. Give it. The boys hesitated. The leader tossed the printer at Evan's chest. Fine, take it. She's useless anyway. Another boy muttered. This isn't over. And the group ran off into the shadows. Evan exhaled slowly. Then he turned to the little alien girl. She was still kneeling on the cold metal floor, trembling. Her hands clutched the small ends of her torn uniform. Her glowing eyes avoided his. He knelt down, lowering himself to her height. Hey. It's okay. I'm not here to hurt you. She sniffed. Why, you're human. Yes, Evan said. But not like them. Her tears fell quietly. Her name was Leary. Evan picked up her scattered food and wiped the dirt off. Then he offered a clean piece to her. She hesitated, then took it slowly. Her hands were tiny compared to his. What's your name? Evan asked softly. She looked down. Leary. Of the Sarai people. Evan gave a gentle smile. I'm Evan. She nodded, still scared. Evan saw her bruises, small, dark marks on her arms. His heart tightened. How long have they been doing this to you? Leary wiped her tears. Since I started school. They push me. They call me names. They don't like how I look. Her voice cracked again. They say Sarai people are weak, slow, and strange. Evan shook his head firmly. They're wrong. You're not weak. Leary's glowing eyes lifted slowly. You think so? I know so. She hugged herself, shivering. Evan stood and offered his hand. Come on. Let's get you home. Leary froze. No, I can't. Why not? She looked guilty. My guardian told me to walk straight home. If they know I made trouble, they will be upset. Trouble? Evan frowned. They bullied you. You didn't do anything wrong. Leary shook her head. Sarai children must not fight, must not raise voice, must not interrupt humans. We must stay quiet. Her voice became smaller. It is safer. Evan felt anger boil inside him. Who taught her that? Who told this little girl she must stay silent while others abuse her? He gently touched her shoulder. Leary, I'm going to make sure no one hurts you again. She blinked, confused. But why would a human help me? Evan smiled softly. Because someone should. Something follows them. They began walking through the dim street. Evan kept Leary close, but halfway through the plaza, Evan heard something. Footsteps. Soft, fast, then voices whispering. The bullies were following them. Evan stopped. Leary trembled. The leader boy stepped out of the shadows with a metal rod. You think you can embarrass us in front of her? Another boy held a small shock baton. Leary hid behind Evan's leg. Human, she whimpered. Please, don't let them hurt me. The boys moved closer. Evan raised his voice. Stop right there. The leader smirked. What are you gonna do? Hit a kid? I don't have to, Evan said. Because you're already in trouble. He took out his communicator. The boys froze. That device logs everything, Evan continued. And your faces are clear. He pressed the recording button. Say hi to the colony enforcement office. Every bully took a small step back. That's right, Evan said. You attack her again. And your parents lose their rations. Your family gets fined. And you're banned from school for the rest of the cycle. One boy cursed under his breath. We're leaving, the leader muttered. But this isn't over. Yes, it is, Evan replied. The boys ran off. Leary slowly peeked out. Evan, you scared them. He chuckled. Good, they needed it. But Leary wasn't looking at the boys. She stared in awe at Evan. No human has ever protected me like that, she whispered. He smiled. Then maybe I'm the first. The truth about Leary's pain. They walked again. Quieter now. Leary finally gathered courage. Evan, can I tell you something? Of course. She looked at the ground. My guardian doesn't really care if I'm sad. They say Sarai emotions are too much trouble. That we cry too much. That we feel too much. Evan frowned. That's not true. Leary continued. They said humans will never accept me. That I must learn to stay silent so humans don't get angry. Evan stopped walking. He kneeled down in front of her. Leary, he said softly. Whoever told you that, they were wrong. Her eyes shimmered with tears again. You mean, I don't have to be quiet? No, you deserve respect. I don't have to let them hurt me? No, never. Leary's lips trembled. And humans are not all bad. Evan smiled gently. No, little star. Some of us are good. For the first time, Leary smiled, small, shy, but real. Trouble finds them again. They reached the end of the plaza when a loud crash echoed. Behind them. Evan turned sharply. Three older teenagers, even worse than the first group, stepped out carrying heavy metal pipes. Lir, I gasped. Not them. The red band boys. They hurt alien children. They even break bones. Evan positioned himself in front of her. The biggest boy growled. We heard you like saving aliens. Evan kept his eyes locked on them. She's a child. She's an alien, the boy corrected. And we don't like aliens. Another boy charged. Evan grabbed a loose pipe from the ground. He blocked the attack. Leary screamed. The boys swung again. Evan fought back, blocking, dodging, keeping them away from Leary, but there were three of them. And Evan was getting tired. One boy kicked Evan's stomach, forcing him to kneel. Leary shrieked. No, stop. The tallest boy raised his pipe to strike Evan's head. And then a flash of blue exploded from Leary. Evan blinked. A shockwave of soft glowing energy blasted outward, knocking the bullies backward. They fell, stunned. Confused, Leary stood there, eyes glowing bright teal, hair floating as if charged with energy. Her tiny hands glowing. Evan stared in shock. Leary, what was that? Leary looked terrified. I don't know. It just happened. I didn't mean. The boys scrambled away in terror. She's freaky. She's dangerous. Run. Within seconds, they vanished into the night. Leary collapsed to her knees, exhausted. Evan hurried to catch her. Hey, you're okay. I didn't want to hurt them, she sobbed. It just happened. Evan hugged her gently. You protected me, he said softly. And yourself. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Leary buried her face in his chest, crying. You're the only human who ever cared. Evan rubbed her back. I care. And I'm not going anywhere. Ending. A new beginning. When they reached her home, a stern alien guardian opened the door. But the guardian froze when he saw Evan holding her hand. What happened? He asked sharply. Evan explained everything. Every bully. Every attack. Every bruise Leary hid. The guardian's cold expression cracked. He knelt and hugged Leary tightly. I'm sorry, he whispered. I didn't know. Evan placed a hand on his shoulder. She's strong. She just needs someone to believe in her. The guardian nodded. Double quotes. Thank you. Human. Leary looked up at Evan with glowing eyes. Will I see you again? Evan smiled. Of course. Anytime you need me, little star. She hugged him tightly. Goodbye, Evan. He walked away slowly, the moonlight shining softly over the colony, and in his heart, he knew one thing. He didn't just save a little alien girl. He had changed her whole world.